Hey guys, I hope you have all been well. It's Renee here and I am back from my hiatus. Let's get back to the knit and grit. Quick update, I am in Manila. I am on my 12th day of quarantine. I got a negative test on the 5th day. I just figured that just for the sake of my family as well and for my sanity, I will do a 14-day just to really make sure. On the other hand, let's get into the details because I know the people here will really need these. So this is details for people traveling from the UK to Manila. So I have like a list here. So first things first, you have to check with your airline. But for my airline, Etihad, I had to get a negative COVID test that was either 72, 48 or 24 hours before my flight. Usually prices would range from 150 pounds to 200 pounds. This is for PCR tests like swab or the mouth test for traveling, so you will need that. You will need to fill up a travel declaration form, and this is on behalf of UK. They actually require this now, and you have to give a reason why you are traveling out, because traveling for holidays are not permitted right now. So it's either you're going here for work, education, volunteer, medical, or visit to provide care, weddings, funerals, or transit passengers, or non-UK resident, non-UK people but has been in the UK temporarily that has to go home, or just like me, are returning students. So you will need to provide evidence for this. You will also have to fill up a e-certificate or a ECIF via Red Cross. That is a need. You really have to do that. All of these you have to do. You need to have a confirmed quarantine facility booking or a hotel booking, depending if you choose to get a hotel or a quarantine facility, depending on you. You need to have a particular pass. As for me, since I stay in Pasig, I had to get a Pasig pass. This will depend on where you are staying at and if they will need a pass in that certain city. Aside from that, you will need to get a swab test on the 5th or 6th day. From what I know is that overseas Filipino workers returning home to the Philippines are allowed free swab tests. This is also from what I heard from my friend who is an OFW who returned home as well. Although I do know that if you are someone from the Philippines going home or going to the UK for work or whatsoever, as of 4 a.m. UK time on the 9th of April, there is a travel ban from people from the Philippines or visitors from the Philippines. But if you do have like a visa or residence or whatsoever, you will have to self-isolate in a government-approved quarantine facility, whether that may be a hotel or whatsoever, and that has to go on for 10 days. So again, you will need a negative COVID test, ECIF with Red Cross, a hotel quarantine facility booking, travel declaration form, Pasig Pass or wherever you are, and a swab test. For me, I had to pay for my swab test, and I believe it cost about 3,000 pesos, around that. Aside from this, very important is when you are in transit to Manila, when your Manila is the final destination, you will need to be wearing a face shield the whole time and a mask, of course. Aside from these papers that you will need, when you are landing Manila, they will be giving you 3 forms: an arrival form and 2 COVID forms. One will be a yellow form and one will be a white form, and obviously the arrival card, which is the usual white with maroon colored stuff. So for the yellow form that they will give you, they will ask you several questions relating to the countries you have traveled, your information, passport details, everything. And this is the first form you will be giving out once you disembark the aircraft. That sounded like a... Anyways, yeah, so that's the first thing that you will have to give, and it will ask you of symptoms and if you have been exposed or whatsoever. The white form is they will be asking for your full name, your address, contact details, and that you're from this barangay or whatsoever, and you're declaring about like your situation with COVID and that you are COVID free and so forth. And then obviously we have the arrival card, which you will give to the immigration. Aside from that, what else do you need? In terms of necessities, I would advise that you need to have spare masks, especially if you have a layover. As for me, like I had a 2-hour layover in Abu Dhabi, and yeah, I was just washing my hands the whole time and like sanitizing everything and so forth. Also, make sure you have your own pen so that you don't have to borrow a pen. And then obviously you need your passport. I would suggest if you have the means to print out days before you leave, do so, or if there's an accessible printer near you, that would be super helpful so that you don't have to scramble through your phone as well. Because I do know that they will ask for your ECIF or the Red Cross thing at check-in, but obviously this will vary depending on your airline. How was it like traveling? Just to give you guys a background, from London to Abu Dhabi, we were about 25 passengers. So it felt really like empty on the plane. There were no lines at all. The airport was like close to zero. Yeah, no, it felt really weird. Then the 2-hour layover, like I just stayed put in my seat, just stayed away from a lot of people. Yeah, no, it just feels weird to travel, especially now. But it was quite scary because obviously my flight from Abu Dhabi to Manila, we were about 95 passengers. And to me, that was very like anxiety inducing because I'm just scared. I think all of us are just collectively scared. I would suggest just especially when the queues get long, avoid crowding areas. The thing is, it's never gonna be a full plane right now, so obviously there will always be space for your luggage. Yeah, and it's really about just taking the precautions and being safe. Always have a hand sanitizer with you, wipes depending on which you're comfortable with. Yeah, and what else? I think that's it so far, but yeah, no, it's just all about being safe for everyone and for yourself and for the family you will be going home to as well. What else? I guess it is obviously a requirement that you have to quarantine for 7 days, just to reiterate that, and that you will need to have a swab test on the 5th or 6th day, with day 0 as the day of your arrival. Aside from that, I also wanted to let you guys know that once you disembark, you give your first yellow form, you go down, and then you go to immigration, you give your arrival card, and then you before you go to immigration, you actually have to pass through this counter that will, like, it's either you paid for the Red Cross or you will book your free swab test as an OFW. And there are several different types of swab test centers available in the airport. After that, you are going to be free to go immigration, and then you're free to go to your luggages. And at the luggage counter, the porters there will actually be lifting the luggages off the travelator, and you will just have to pull your luggages out and go. And you will give your last form to some security people, like by the gate, by the like exit. So there, and then obviously in the like when you are with a hotel or with a quarantine facility, you will be fetched by them. No family can fetch you. That's super important to know. You cannot have any direct contact with your family because obviously it's going to be the hotel or the quarantine facility taking care of you. So that's about it. I hope I managed to provide a lot of details for you guys. I will leave links down below about like updates, I guess, because obviously there are a lot of updates that are gonna happen, but these so far are like the basic needs as of now. So I hope you guys have a safe travel back here in Manila, and I cannot wait for you guys to be reunited with your families really soon. Yeah, take care everyone, and always stay safe, wash your hands, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye. Oh, and please subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.